Run it, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.
All right, guys, so it's day 3 of my Create the Curve program. We're gonna hit quads and calves today. So what you wanna do is grab a band. We're gonna start with just a warm up. You want it about knee level because you're gonna put this right behind the knee. Create some tension on the band first. Gonna leave that heel up and then squeeze down. So as you push down, squeezing the quad. Getting good activation here. We're gonna do 12 each side. Holding it for just a couple seconds. All right, then we're gonna switch sides. Same thing, creating that tension. And then we're gonna superset it with a tibialis reach. So you wanna just find a wall. So we wanna activate the tibialis here. So holding for a few seconds, right back up. So we should get a good burn coming from the front of that calf. Okay, so after you've completed that superset, we're gonna go into a narrow stance squat. So the point of this is just to really pump up that quad, get that ready to go. So this one side that's not doing much work is just gonna be kind of a kickstand. You wanna be nice and narrow, coming down, lifting that leg as soon as we can. Knee stays in line with the ankle. We're gonna get 10 each side. We don't want pausing at the top or the bottom. So for a little hack on the quad extension, I like to have the seat pushed back as far as I can. That's gonna help reach more up into the rectus femoris. You're gonna have more length in position here. So I still want the knees at the edge of this pad. I'll just be a little bit leaned back. So to kind of increase this angle here. I don't want to be super far forward, but rather lean back. We'll just do individual legs first. We're gonna hit 12 each side. Good full squeeze of the glute, or sorry, the quad at the top. And then switch. Nice and controlled on these. And then we're going to do 4 sets here. So you'll jump right back into the next set. 4 sets each side. We're going to do a calf raise with the Smith machine. I like to use a box, a short box, or you can use plates. Okay, so we want a good long stretch at the bottom of this and then bringing the calves forward. So I don't really think about bringing them up, but squeezing them forward. Nice good stretch at the bottom. We're going to do 15 here on the first set. All right, so for leg press, I see a lot of people doing a lot lower weight than I'd like them to see. You can do a lot with the sled. So I'm gonna start with a couple plates on each side. All right, so I always get the seat adjusted. And for our foot placement, we're gonna focus on the quads, so we wanna have lower foot placement here. So not gonna be super high up, it's gonna be really close to the bottom of the sled. Toes can curve out a little bit. We wanna keep knees in line with ankles. So we want to be able to get a good stretch down. Lifting the weight off first. So almost just about to the chest is where we want it. And I'll feel this right here in the quads. So pushing through here. We're gonna do high reps on this first set, increase weight as we lower the reps. Okay, now we're gonna add some weight. So then you're gonna grab a smaller band. You do want some good resistance on these. So we wanna be laying flat. One leg's gonna stay planted while the other leg drives. So driving the knee up, a lot of force. Leading with that big toe, driving towards the face. We wanna feel a good burn in the rectus femoris, which is this higher quad muscle. And then we're gonna switch. Okay, so for our next movement, we're gonna do a quad focus split squat. We're just gonna start with the band, so nothing really heavy yet. I always get set up by getting my calves back against the bench or whatever you're gonna be using and just taking one solid step forward. Okay, so from there, we wanna stay upright, coming down, pushing through that quad. Again, the knee's gonna stay in line with the ankle. 10 each side, then we're gonna switch. Okay, so we're gonna be back on the leg extension. We're just gonna use both legs this time. If you don't have a unilateral leg extension, that's fine. You're just gonna do one leg and then we'll come back and do both legs at a different point. So get this all set up for your height. You want your knees at the edge of this and you want this just right above your ankle. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit higher reps here, 10 to 12. With each set, we're gonna try to increase the weight. So progressive overload on as many of these as you can, meaning as we go down in reps, we're gonna go up in weight, knowing that we can do a little bit more. So we'll do 4 sets here.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.